This may seem odd, but imagine a world where four forces act seamlessly as one. That's the power of netcentric warfare. One Navy, one Air Force, one Marines, one Army, one force. Northrop Grumman, defining the future.
From the Watergate building in Washington, this is Hotline TV. Now here are Hotline editors Chuck Todd and John Mercurio.
I'm John Mercurio. Welcome to Hotline TV.
I'm Chuck Todd, and I'm sorry, John, but we're looking at apologies today.
Indeed.
All apologies.
Indeed. Well, I'm sorry too, Chuck. Don
so
Sherwood,
sorry.
George Allen, Rick O'Donnell, and most recently, Congressman Tom Reynolds have all issued apologies for gaffes they've made this cycle. I'm sorry. Sorry for coughing. Some more blatant than others. What should a good political apology include, and how did those four do so far in saying I'm sorry?
Well, first of all, they all sound like my 2-year-old. Okay, my 2-year-old says I'm sorry for everything at this point. Margaret says I'm sorry, and she's always apologizing. The minute you just say, what did you do that for? I'm sorry. And of course, the 2-year-old, you immediately forgive.
Sure.
Because you're like...
Margaret, I will say.
Yeah, because you're immediately... But, you know, these guys ain't 2 years old anymore.
Right.
And some of them are sort of like apologies that you had to
well, that's the
you
thing.
pulled out of them.
Is that you can almost see the text of the ad and the editors having cut out the words, I got caught. I'm sorry I got caught, or I'm sorry that I'm having to deal with this situation.
I'll tell you the only apology of these that we've seen that I've semi-buying is Tom Reynolds. Because he's doing his, I don't think they poll tested it. They certainly didn't focus group.
Well, they didn't have time.
They didn't have time. They went
just...
up and they went at it, and
right.
he just so it was sort of like, we got to do something. I'm not saying that the apology was sincere or insincere. I'm just saying, of all the ones we've highlighted, it's the one that probably was never focus grouped, and so automatically that rises to the top of my list.
You know, I got to give Don Sherwood props for doing an ad on that topic. I think if anyone's going to work,
because the ad. It specifically denies the assault allegation.
Right.
Doesn't deny anything.
But look, props for even putting that ad on television. It's really not funny.
No.
Well, anyway. But ultimately, I don't think these ads work. I was thinking about what works more, apologizing for doing something wrong, or an opponent attacking you in an ad for doing that same thing wrong. That negative ad from your opponent works every time better, I think, than an apology ad.
It does, but sometimes I think you have to do something to sort of blunt the attack.
Stem the flow.
You look in Sherwood's case. Chris Carney put up an ad that was just devastating. It was that man on the street. It was a man on the street going, boy, what happened to Don Sherwood? You know, I remember him. I'm disappointed in him. I can't vote. You know, and it was just deadly. And they went up with it. They clearly had it in the tank. You know, they had it ready to go.
Right.
And they just immediately tried to respond with it. The Reynolds one.
I have to say, on a technical level, but it had...
It had a little flop sweat.
But it had, on a technical level, I thought it was pretty good. He's not a touchy-feely politician.
No,
and
I actually think...
And he came across as believable. Unlike, frankly, I thought George Allen did not look very credible in his 2-minute State of the State address.
I don't understand why they didn't allow Susan Allen. Have a speaking role for Susan Allen.
Right.
I think when you do those and you bring a spouse on board, Don Sherwood should have brought his spouse.
Right.
And I think that it would have been more effective.
Especially in Virginia, where the Allen campaigns try to make a case about Webb's respect or disrespect for women.
Right, that was surprising. And then in Rick O'Donnell's case, apologies never work when you're a new candidate. I mean, only an incumbent has a chance.
That's the whole thing that you're banking on is your credibility.
Basically your credibility from years past.
Your relationship with the voters.
A poor guy like Rick O'Donnell never really, has only been really a candidate, never really been an office holder or is a well-known office holder. Having to apologize that quickly about stuff just doesn't work.
Well, I'm sorry to say that's the end of our show. Look forward to tomorrow's big show, and we apologize if you didn't like today's show. I'm John Mercurio.
And I'm never sorry for anything I say. I'm Chuck Todd. We'll see you next time on Hotline TV.